Welcome to Liesel's Artistic Studio. I'm super excited today because not only am I going to show you how to draw and paint this amazing autumn leaf, but I'm going to show you an awesome and fun way to create the splatters you see using a straw. So make sure you stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe. So besides the straw, which is the key component of today's painting, we also need watercolor paper and a pencil. We need paintbrushes. I have two today. One bigger for the larger areas and washes, and a smaller one for small areas, and to use with my masking fluid. Now, I will be using masking fluid today to make the painting a little easier, but you can do this painting without if you don't have some at home. I also have water, a paper towel, and watercolor paints, and today I am using every color of the rainbow. I've got yellows and oranges, pink and purple, blues and greens, but as always, you can choose whatever colors you'd like. So before we can paint, first we need to draw a leaf on our paper. You can follow along with me freehand if you like, but if you're not that confident in your drawing skills, that's okay. You can take a picture of your leaf, print it out, and just trace it on your paper. For my leaf, I'm making it jagged and asymmetrical, nothing too perfect. I've got my center leaf point that is the largest, then off to each side I will make 3 or 4 more points, making each point a little smaller than the one before. I'll make the stem here at the top, and then draw similar peaks off to the left on the other side. Then once the main leaf is drawn, I'm going to add some quick veins on the leaf as well. Now here's where the masking fluid comes in, but if you don't have masking fluid, go ahead and just skip this step. We are just going to paint a line of fluid using the small brush on the stem and on the inside of the leaf outline. That way we can splatter the background without the paint creeping onto our leaf. Now tape your picture down, and when the masking fluid is completely dry, start painting the background wash using just water first, and if you don't have masking fluid, just take care to paint around the leaf. Then after the water is on, start adding touches of different colors onto the background and let them blend together slightly. Now don't worry or work too hard on this part. Most of it's going to be covered up by our splatters in just a minute. This just helps fill any empty spaces. Okay, we're finally to the fun part. It's time to make some splatters. To do this, I'm going to blow through this ordinary straw to push the paint around. This can also be done with other tools like squeezing an aspirator or a can of compressed air, but the straw is cheap and effective, so that's what I'm going to be using. So to get started, let's take a good amount of paint and place it around the edge of your painting. This can be a single color or multiple colors. Then just take the straw and blow at the paint and then watch it spray. Of course, the harder you blow and the closer you are to the paint, the farther it will spread. If you're nervous to do this, you can practice on a scrap piece of paper first so you can see how it reacts. After you've blown paint around the outside edges, let it dry completely, and then it's time to blow around the leaf. You're going to place paint right next to the leaf and blow the paint away from the leaf. If you've not used masking fluid, you'll have to take a little more care when you're initially painting on the color. Something to keep in mind is that you can't control the paint too much. It's going to kind of do its own thing, so you just got to roll with it. But you can try dabbing off color with a paper towel and try again if you need to. Once all of the blown splatters have dried completely, it's fun to add some small spatters of paint. So I'd load my brush and just tap the brush against a pencil, and you can add as many spatters as you want. Then if you added masking fluid, it's time to take it off with your fingers or an eraser. Then take a little more masking fluid and paint on some thin vein lines. If you don't have masking fluid, you can paint around the veins, or you can paint over the veins and paint them a darker color later. Now take some water and light yellow and do a quick wash covering the leaf, after which, while the paint is still wet, add some darker yellow, orange, and red. After that first wash is dry, go back in and add a little more color here and there to make it darker and more vibrant. I kind of like to paint within the sections of veins. When you feel satisfied with the look of your leaf, then let the paint dry completely and remove any remaining masking fluid. Then, to make the veins not stand out quite so much, paint them with a little bit of yellow and red. And here is your finished autumn leaf. I hope you had fun painting with a straw today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please consider subscribing to my channel so I can continue to help you discover your artistic side.